Welcome back to the channel. So as you know, rice is one of those staples, a must-have in your prepper pantry or wherever you're going to store it. Get as much of it as possible while the prices have not gone up, because this is the one thing that is keeping us from a full-blown food crisis. So before we go any further, please go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you turn on your notifications after you subscribe to the channel and share the video out if possible. So let's get right into it. The article states, crises are often years in the making, but there's typically one event that stands out as the flashpoint when the panic really began. For the global financial crisis, it was the collapse of the Lehman Brothers. For the 2007 through 2008 food crisis, the trigger was Vietnam imposing an export ban on rice. Importers panicked, and in a matter of days, rice prices doubled. Food riots soon followed, which they are basically saying if you start to see the price of rice go up, then you really need to be panicking. But I don't consider rice prices going up as a reason for you to panic. If you are already preparing, that is the real thing. Prepare before this happens. The world is once again facing a critical juncture in food prices. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has upended one of the world's most important bread baskets, pushing the cost of wheat to an all-time high. Vegetable oil and corn prices are also surging. Food importing nations are understandably worried. Thankfully, there's enough rice this time around for prices to remain subdued. Rice matters because it's the staple diet for half the world's population, including about 1 billion undernourished people living in Asia and West Africa. The worst food riots during the 2007-2008 crisis weren't about the price of bread, but the cost of a bowl of rice. Right now, rice is all that's standing between us and a full-blown food crisis. The world can't avoid a huge bout of food inflation, which will be extremely painful for food importing nations such as Egypt, Turkey, and Indonesia. Hunger will increase. Even developed countries will see sharp rises in supermarket prices. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, food prices have already jumped to a nominal all-time high, even in real terms, adjusted for inflation. The FAO Food Index is just a whisker below the all-time high set in 1974. In the past year, wheat prices in Europe have surged nearly 65% in dollar terms. Corn is up almost 38%, and palm oil has risen nearly 55%, yet benchmark rice prices are down almost 20% during the same period. Rice is the only major agricultural commodity to experience a price drop during the past year. The steady depletion of the world's rice stockpile put the world in a precarious situation more than a decade ago. Each year from 2000 to 2001, the world consumed more rice than it produced, with bad weather hurting crop yields. By 2006-2007, stockpiles had fallen to the lowest in 20 years. Without a buffer, it was a question of when rather than if prices would shoot up. So as to not make this a long video, you are welcome to look at this article, but I'm going to end it on a positive note somewhat. Rice currently changes hands at about $405 per ton, down from $410 before Russia invaded Ukraine almost a month ago. If the world is to avoid a full-blown food emergency, rice prices need to stay where they are. Plentiful global stockpiles should help, but 3 factors can still send prices higher. The first is beyond anyone's control: bad weather. No one can predict that, even though they say they can. a poor Asian monsoon. For now, initial forecasts suggest the 2022 wet season in India could be normal. So that's what we're dealing with. We're hoping and praying that everything is normal and that we will have plentiful of rice. So leave me some comments down below. Feel free to share the video out. Just wanted to share something that I found. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.